We're not ready, but we're live.
We are
We're doing our best here. Okay.
live but discombobulated.
Welcome. It is just so good to see a bunch of you on here already. That is just so much fun. I'm just going to try to make a little sense out of my...
We're going to get ready now. So you can watch us get ready.
I thought I was ready. And then I came in and I picked the cards up to take pictures so I could do a thumbnail afterwards and a thing for the back porch stampers to put on the top. I didn't finish putting things back. That's kind of, okay. That's the secret to staying a neat house, is always putting things away as soon as you've used them.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Neither one of us are good at that. So
I thought it was
we try.
the secret of staying young.
So thank you, everyone. And very first thing, I will announce the winner. Okay, for every week we give something away. And this is a current embossing folder, and we're actually using it again today. So notice it's one I just use a ton. And Loretta Shep gave me this because she ordered 2 by mistake. So we had a fun conversation about doing that. This week it is going to D Fanning. So D, just message me your address and we will put it in the mail. And the drawing for this week, I'm going to see how many. This is fairly recent. Oh, I love, it isn't a current set, is it? Somebody better tell me, because I don't give away. It doesn't matter. It's not. Vintage Leaves was just a favorite. And this is such a perfect stamp for doing all the techniques we're doing today. And that's why I thought this would be really a fun one to give away. Yeah, we're fixing to get ready. Rhonda, that's a very southern statement. That is so great. I just love it. So this is really fun. All you need to do is comment or share. And you guys that share, that is just the most helpful thing you could ever do to us.
This doesn't have a
for us, do to ever.
Date on or anything?
No, but it's it's an oldie, but it's a fabulous, fabulous set. So I'm thrilled to be giving that away in honor of doing all these fun techniques. And thanks you guys. You that share. And we actually went out and saw people this week. We have a few of you coming to town to visit us on your and we're looking forward to seeing more people again. And we've been talking to some of you on the phone, so it's been a fun week. This is, and here come other apologies. Do you know why we really weren't ready? I sent Tim on a mission because I printed out a sentence that one of you gave us for this, and
we can't find it.
We can't find it. So if that was you, would you please resend it to me and print it out in large print and make it really obvious? And then we'll take more.
No, that's not their responsibility. It's just our responsibility.
I will print it out in large print.
It.
No,
okay, you're going.
I will print it out in large print. So it looks like this.
This big.
So hopefully we'll have that for the next time. But it is VRS 6BZPT. And you can always find that. If you don't know where it is, you can always go to KarenTitus.com and it's right there on the side. I
think this had to do with Tim.
Yeah, I'm sure it must be.
It did.
Something about.
I remember reading it.
Okay. And anyway, and if you don't know what a host code is, it's just, you can always ask me. If your order is 150 or more, you don't use a host code because then you get the benefits. And
be a zippy person, Tim.
There we go.
I don't think so.
My last comment is, if you've been watching my 12 weeks of Christmas on YouTube, we are up to week 9. So we just have 3 left. I just want you to know I did those early. That's not really the official 12 weeks of Christmas. I just wanted you to know for all the preparation. The real 12 weeks of Christmas starts next Wednesday. Did you know that? You're coming backwards. Really? Does that make you just hyper because you just have so much to do to get ready for Christmas?
So many gifts to buy.
Yeah, we're not.
We have to clean the house.
So the actual 12 weeks starts next week. And if you are on my mailing list, that's why I want to point it out. Every Wednesday, you're going to get a different, it's not the same as what I did on YouTube. They're totally separate things, but it's going to be a PDF. It's going to be directions for.
It's not the same as Advent either.
So it's going to start with cards and then move into gifts and wraps.
The 12 weeks of Christmas is not a religious holiday. It's not.
It comes out of shopping, Tim. I'm sure it comes out of shopping. It's the countdown. But for those of us that are crafters, it has more to do with creating our gifts, creating our cards. So I think it's good to think of it in that way, and the sooner you get things done, the longer you have just to enjoy others. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out because you want to do that. So that is wonderful.
After 25 years, I think this year I'm going to start early.
Well, Pat, is that ever sweet? She says, thanks for the cards I sent when she placed her order. And to my surprise, to hear Tim's voice on my answering machine. Wow, I'd love a catalog. We'd love to send you one. Just message us your address because we would love to do that. We love hearing from any of you. And, you know, buying the starter kit, if that's been on your mind, there's only a few days left to get that extra free bundle. So just call me if you have questions about that. We're not going to talk about that today. We're going to move on.
I think it's nice that they like to hear my voice in the answering machine instead of, oh no, what is this?
Oh no.
What did I do wrong?
It's not a random call, and Tim loves to do that. So it is perfect. So we're going to start with, we've got mail. Our favorite things. This is from me, from Marlene Butler.
It's to you, not from me.
Oh, semantics. Okay. Who remembers this paper? This was last year's celebration. I simply love this paper with the black. And this is one of my all-time favorite card layouts. So notice what she's done here. There's that, and there's the back of the paper. And I love how she put this daisy inside. And then she's got, so we're seeing both sides of the paper. Is that just awesome? And then there's a little strip of that, flipped the reversal there. That is so awesome.
Daisy was inspired by that.
Yeah. I love that because usually you think of I'll put the daisy in the front. I thought that's just really that is a fun card, Marlene. Thank you for that. That is wonderful. Sharon said, I didn't post what we were doing today. Well, I did on some things. Well, I told you we're doing techniques. So I told you so. But I might not have posted in all the right things. So that could be my bad. What you're going to want to gather quickly are some ink refills, sponges or daubers, ink pads, a stamp, and some baby wipes. Any or all of those, doesn't matter. Or just play along with us, whatever you have. So we're doing techniques today. We're doing one more week of autumn.
I don't see any baby wipes.
They're here.
Okay.
Maggie Cooper from Florida. I always have to make sure it's from me. Oh, it's to both of us, Tim.
Oh, yes.
And it's a thank you card because she got some bling. So she won one of the little drawings. We have drawings every week over in the back porch stampers. So that's pretty fun. Oh, I like that. I just love the birds. And isn't that fun? And I like how she's got just a little bit of color on the two sides.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Trying that out. And Tim, how many embellishments did she put on? Okay. But that's really a nice layout with the words there and the little strip of color on the side. Thank you. Oh, and she did the inside too.
Yep.
That's wonderful.
Just wait. Go back to this note.
Mm-hmm.
Read that.
Thank you for the gift of bling.
Oh, I thought she said something about.
Oh, you're fun to watch. Oh, Tim.
No, I thought she said no.
You two are fun to watch. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Tim wants to.
No,
I always remember that is so sweet, and that's what Tim likes to hear.
No,
yes. Okay.
No. There's another one. Somebody said that they're pointing it out to me that they put 3 bling on.
Oh, okay.
So
because everyone knows that Tim's looking for the odd number. That's pretty funny. Okay, Sean Smith from Kentucky, and is this pretty? This is one of my favorite papers. This Plentiful Plants. Look how she's got some fussy cut and she's put it along. It's almost like woodlands behind it or some like grassy field. Mm-hmm. Not a cool layout. And then this is like a little brick wall and she's got her plants right there. That is awesome. Thanking me for a birthday, her birthday card. And she says, she's like me. She likes fussy cutting. So we have that in common. And I know people either hate it or love it. We just get such a kick out of that because people say, oh, I would never do that. But here's a fellow fussy cutter.
Is that the wall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or whatever you want it to be. A shelf or whatever.
Sidewalk.
Yeah, you name it, Tim. It could be anything, It's all in the eye. This is all artistic. It's all in the eye of the receiver. And this is Roberta Miller from Virginia.
Can I just say why this is just on a piece of paper?
Uh-huh.
I had trouble opening the envelope. So I had to cut it out.
Oh, that is hilarious. Oh, and look at this. This is a quilt. Sometimes I've done quilts out of little squares of paper.
Can I say why?
Mm-hmm.
The little glue that.
Because it's a tied quilt.
It's a tied quilt, but the glue stuck to the envelope.
So you want to be really, really careful so you didn't have to fix it. Okay.
I didn't have.
How nice of you. Okay, this is so This is adorable. Look how she's done this. These are little squares of watercolor. How cool is that?
That
So it's
is
like a painted quilt.
And that is such a baby quilt.
Oh, it is, with the sheep. And I thought, here's a quilt to keep you warm. Oh, and she's got the sheep inside. That is just an adorable card. And I absolutely love the little watercolor look there. And then the little ties. That is just sweet as can be. Ethel says she loves spending some of this rainy Thursday with us. Well, we're thrilled you are here too. Yeah, that tied quilt. Julie, the card quilt maker. That is another cool idea, Julie, isn't it? Oh, I think that is fabulous.
Thank you, Roberta.
Then we have Margaret Springer from, it's both of us, from Portage, Michigan. See, Portage like it's a state.
It's Portage.
Oh, okay, look at this. We have, 2 Halloween. Okay, I better put them down so you guys can be seeing them. Get that
Can
off
we
it.
pick, or does it say inside?
No, it doesn't matter. I said you can. You get. Which one do you want to talk about? These are just really cute. Okay.
What would Hank say?
Yeah, that's what you have a lot to say about that. That is number one, a really fun picture with the ghosts.
And is that one single stamp?
Yeah, it's just a single stamp colored.
So
Is that
cool.
just great?
That is cool.
That is so fun.
I just love how it's colored in.
Yep.
All the pumpkins.
And then this one is done with the origami card. Look at how cool this is that we did a couple weeks ago. And they've been seeing so many cute cards. That is so cute with the pumpkins and then the black cat. I just love how this can be like really cutesy, or it can be really classy and elegant, but those are really fun cards. Thank you. Oh, and it's fun to get some Halloween cards.
It is. And there's little hearts.
So by the way, next
Hearts on the
week,
pumpkin.
we're going to be doing Halloween projects, but don't worry if you don't do Halloween, because they're all, little favors and cards. Everything's good for everything. Ooh, I love this. Pat Nagy from Missouri. This is, how cool is that? Okay. I'm going to read what she said, because what is the name? I've been wanting to do this lately, and the name of this technique has slipped my mind. It's on I keep a running list of all these things that I want to be doing. It is on there.
But where that list is, she has no idea.
Okay, she used the grays and tans with the blending brushes and then moved the tape around. Yes, so it is I will do it soon, so if you guys are wondering, but is that just cool? So this is like taking your tape and moving it around and then blending. So you get all kinds of different color patterns. Retiform. I knew there was a word that I was looking for.
Do you leave this long piece on the longest because that's the whitest, or?
Yes. Well, and you can move things around. So some have layers and different. So we'll do that, and I'll keep that card to show again. That is stunning. I think that, and what a great masculine kind of look when
Then
you're
we're
looking
going to
for
put
cards.
it in a different pile.
Yes, that'll be Tim. So that's great.
That we'll be revisiting this.
Yes, that's fabulous. And then we have, this one is, how cute is this? Cheryl McLean from North Carolina. Oh, she said she couldn't resist this set. She teaches first grade, and her school colors are yellow, blue, and are the rockets where they blast off to success. Now, is that the cutest school card for a school kid? Just period. That is so fun. And she's got the wobbly on there. That is adorable. I love that card. And I love that she's a teacher and kind of sees that. I mean, what a perfect card for
and that is
elementary.
A civilian that went to space.
Yes. Now that is like a reality. So that is a fabulous card. Thank you so much. And then we have from Helen Gall from Wisconsin. Oh, and she's thanking me for the cards I sent her too. I'm going to point out the inside here first, because I love what she did. Look she's got this large die cut piece that she sponged around the edges, and it just makes an extra layer on the inside. And I love this.
Is that a piece of paper? Or is that just?
Yeah, it's a piece of cardstock put on. But isn't that cool? And this is that Welcoming Woods, is it, or whatever? Ooh, I have some things planned with this stamp set. I love this stamp set, and I love what she did here. So we've got the treetops, and then we go into sponging, and we've got, all those beautiful colors together. Helen, that's a fabulous card. That is so fun.
I consider that impressionistic, because where the trees should be, there's like a bright sunshine. Yeah,
it is. It's very artistic. Someone was asking what the bling was on this. And they're little stars from something. I don't think it's a Stampin' Up! Item, but it's fabulous. It's just great. Okay. So today we will get started again, and we are, oh, here's the welcoming woods that was on that last stamp. I'm using this today just for the long word in it, but I happen to have it out here. So I wanted to show that because there's things coming with this. I have some things planned. So what we are going to do is start with, I have to figure out where to start here first. Okay, we are using, for the second week in a row, this is kind of amazing, the same stamp set. But really, the techniques for today, and you can see why I'm giving away that stamp set. See this similarities? Similar, but different. And these techniques are going to work for all kinds of stamp sets. So you don't need to use leaves. And what we're really portraying in the Back Porch Stampers this week is any of these 3 techniques. You can use them on anything. So this is kind of what we're playing, but it's just a good time to cover some other basic techniques. So I have my 3 stamps here. I have some ink pads. This is the first card that we're going to make. And this is called Rock and Roll. So now for fun, I always like to hear who's done that before. So I like to know if something is a new idea to you or if it is an old idea that we bring back again. And I don't know about you, but I love being reminded of old ideas because, you know, I think it's kind of easy to just kind of do the same thing over and over. So I'm just going to use one stamp. And do you know what I need, Tim?
What do you
is a wet paper towel. I forgot about cleaning all this. So this is Rock and Roll. Well, Donna, we're so glad to hear, said her first time here, and she's looking forward to learning a new craft. Oh, is that fun? Rebecca said she likes the simplicity of this. I do too. I love this, just 3 leaves. And of course, these could be just 3 leaves, stamped solid. The middle one could be turned upside down. These could be the 3 different leaves in the set. I just love how one idea. So it's just the idea of 3 things across here and then some words across. So for Rock and Roll, we're going to take and stamp in your lighter color. So I'm using Bumblebee. And then I am using, whoops, I'm going to leave it. Okay. And then I'm going to use my pumpkin pie, and Rock and Roll just means you're going to do the edges. Now I can go around and do, it's a little hard to control this when I'm doing it live, but we'll do the best we can. Now I can breathe over it. Okay. And when I stamp, oh, Tim is dripping over a box. I have an order that I was sorting here.
And I've usually told not to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Because they put lines around it.
Well, and that's what it does. And you see, you actually have some control. You know, the more you practice something, the more you find that you have control over doing something. So now for the next one, I'm going to stamp it in the darker color, in pumpkin pie. And each time I'm going to go darker. Oh, good. Madeline said this is a new one to her. Okay. And that's the same thing. I'm just going to do along the sides. If it were a larger stamp, I'd probably do the whole thing. You can do the whole thing in Rock and Roll. So you just, and I'm just kind of blowing on it. And you're going to see they're going to progress. Isn't that just cool? So you see you have a couple colors there. And now, and I'm not even cleaning in between because I'm just going darker. So this time I'm going to have the Cajun Craze. And you know what? I think I switched to Merlot because I didn't think the cherry. So I'm going to switch to Mary Merlot here is going to be my darker color. But again, you can play around because I just didn't see enough difference in the other. So same thing. I'm just going to get that on the side. And I'm going to do that. I just think that is a cool look. So we have just gone from kind of the lightest color and then worked our way around and done darker. Okay, so is that a fun technique? And then what I wanted to point out for the words, when you have long stamps like this, it is really easy to get them on a little crooked. I'm just going to show, I'm going to try to get this on right. But I just plain put it on. I'm not trying to do it right. I just put it on how it's easy to put on. I just wanted to show the easy way to do this. So if you ever do this and then you stamp and you think, ooh, see, that isn't straight. The way you want to do these are lay this on your table first. So now it'll be nice and straight. And then when I pick it up and stamp, I can put it right down by the edge. There. And I'm going to have a nice straight word. So that's just a little tip. The other thing that's cool about these stamps. You know, I might want to take this and have it be curved. Let's say I wanted to go like this over something, and I'm not doing it at all perfectly. Since we're just playing here, I'm going to show you how cool this is. So to see, I could make
That's
that. I
very
could
cool.
choose to curve that around.
And you'd never know that that was not the normal.
No, I wouldn't leave it like this because it probably isn't good for it to just stay that way. But I just wanted to throw that out as a little tip there for that. So that is a really cool technique. And then I just have I just put the rest of these together. So I don't need to finish that because we saw the finished card. I'm going to leave this one out here because I like to show the 3 at the end, but you can take that part. Next one we're going to do, I love this. This is one of my favorite techniques for coloring. And this is the card we're going to make. You can see how this could be similar. This could be rock and roll going around, but what I love even more
is folk music.
Is taking, okay, I'm going to come back to my bumblebee, is using sponge daubers. So again, I'm going to use my lightest color and do the entire stamp. And then I'm going to take sponge daubers and just add some color. So we're just going to kind of play with this idea because I'm not going to make it the same as that because that just might be a little boring. So let's do Cajun. Let's do pumpkin. Maybe I should do that. And then I'll do one. I forgot to put any green out here. So I thought, well, I've got green here, but I didn't bring any green out. So I guess we're sticking with the same. But here's what's cool about this. I can take this now and sponge. I'm going to kind of sponge pretty much half of it. It's going to give it a really soft look. And then I'm going to take my darker color. Instead of Cajun, let's do cherry. So see, I am changing it as we go along here. And I'm going to do a little bit right around the edge there, and then a little bit over here, and maybe along there. Each time you do this, it's going to be a little different. So Susan just got done making chicken, zucchini, spinach, lasagna. Oh my goodness, does that sound good? Mary says she always trims down the orange rubber stamps. Did you trim yours? Good point. And yes, let me show you that. Now I'm just going to breathe on it. And do you see how cool that is?
It is.
It looks watercolored. It's just very variegated in there. Now, when I look at that, I realize, I guess next time I'd add some Mary Merlot because I think it could use more dark color.
So are you saying you did the same technique for both of these?
Yes.
Why is this so much redder?
Well, you know what? I'm going to have you play with. Let's have you play with this one.
Well, let's do it.
Okay. So again, we're going to stamp in the lightest color.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you one of these dark ones to add some. Okay. This is the darkest one to add. And then this is kind of a medium one.
Yes.
So just play with it and put it on there.
My fingers are too big for this now.
Let's talk about cutting rubber up. Yes, I do. And I will tell you how I decide to do it. If you look at my stamp here, you're going to see how it's kind of crazy there. It is still on this side. I have the whole thing in there, but you can see that sticks over a little. I cut off with, well, I have like a rubber scissors, but just a plain scissors. But you can see I kind of angle it up. I do that if I stamp something and I find I'm getting edges. I used to do it a lot because people used my stamp sets a lot when we were doing in-person classes. That is cool.
I just used one other color. I just used.
Okay. Now let's make a tumbling. Add another leaf down here and one up here. And let's just change the color. So do this one a darker one and then just add dark to it. Okay, because I already used a dark.
Dark on dark?
Yep.
What do I use?
Dark on dark. Okay, so anyway, then I just snip off the parts that get those edges, if that makes sense, if it's going to be enough to bother me. So that was a really good question there. While he's doing that, I'm just going to point out a couple of things about this. I took this at the end, and I wanted to antique it a little. I could have used a little darker color. I just used my same sponge dauber. Perfect. And then do one more. And let's go. We need to have a little more color than that. Okay. Let's go back to the lighter color. And the dark again, because I think that just showed, I think that one showed better. Mm-hmm. Now add dark, but add it in a different way from there. There you went kind of all the way around the edge. So now think of doing half of it or mixed. Just try to think of something different, just so.
Okay.
Because that's what we do. We just keep trying ideas. So I just went around with this, and then while I didn't have much color on here, then I'm kind of coming in to just kind of antique this look a little. And then I took my bone folder. Now, actually, if I wanted to make this more of a rustic look, so we can be doing different things at one time, right?
That's terrible.
Well, what do you think we could do about that? I think we could.
I don't know.
I think I'm going to just try putting in that little bit. Okay, I think it's okay. I think, oh, you know what we do, Tim?
No.
We put the words there. It is
Yes.
never an issue. We're going to cut this down. So I'll put it on a card, and then you just put words over whichever part that you want. But isn't that a cool look? But I thought that's just kind of fun.
So what I did
sideways.
was I did the color on the bottom, and this was all supposed to be just plain yellow. But,
right.
And it
but when you pressed it, you were pressing, can you see what you did?
Yeah.
You were pressing on this part and not on the top. So you just didn't press it easily. That's all. You were preoccupied.
I was. But I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah. So I just want to point out, if I wanted, as long as we're doing techniques here, if I wanted to kind of make this a little more rustic looking, I can go around with a scissors, preferably an old scissors, but hey, we'll do whatever. And then I'm going to take the bone folder.
Right here.
Oh, okay. Right here. And what I want to do is soften the fibers. If I just took this and turned it, it's easy to get I don't know, like fold lines. What this does is it breaks the fibers. So do you see that? How that's just kind of coming up like that? And then I can easily turn that over however I want it to be. So this one's going to be like that, but just the opposite. But I thought that's kind of a fun look. The technique with the daubers, I don't know what it's called. I just have always called it ink blending. So that's all I'm going to call it. But if you think of, like, if you have a great big, even like say a butterfly stamp or something, you can just be intricate and make it all kinds of fun designs all over.
Where's all your little words?
Well, we'll have to finish it later, Tim.
Oh, okay.
Which means Tim won't finish it, because if he's not on camera, he'll leave it up to me to finish it.
All right.
But I don't have. Oh, I actually do have some little words here. I believe maybe. Let's see. I do have, because I was going to point this out. This stamp set is my favorite for little words, because on, and I don't even know if it was for today, but you see how we have all these little words?
I want good luck.
Oh, you want good? Okay, good luck. That's perfect. Okay, good luck. Okay, here we go. Good luck. And we're going to put it on this. Okay, and our colors of ink, we have black, or we have the dark color of that. What would you like?
Dark color of that.
Okay, so here we'll do that. Okay, so you're going to do that. Okay, so this was our second technique.
Let's talk about this. What is wrong with this? Look at that.
I don't know. I've had this forever, and I don't know if that's a little mold on or whatever, but it still keeps stamping. So I just keep using it. I'm one of those. You'll just do it. Colors I'm using: Bumblebee, Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, Pumpkin Pie, Mary Merlot. And I just pulled some off the shelf. I was just thinking kind of fall colors. So that's what I put off the shelf. Good luck. I like that. And I'll trim it down, Tim, and put it on 2 layers. And it'll be a fun card.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Believe it. Okay. You know, this is the kind of card you could even have good luck. You know, when we were making your own background paper, you could put a few good lucks filling out around. But okay, we'll leave that for now. And then we have our next technique. I'm going to put this away. Close this up. Oh, and let's take that off so I can put this back on. So the last one we're going to do is a baby wipe technique. And I know a lot of you have done that, and it's a fun. I haven't done it for a while, so this will be fun. And Tim, you'll like doing this. And we're going to do 2 cards here. So I'm showing, this is what the baby wipe technique looks like. Do you see that, Tim? Isn't that cool? We have all these different colors in there. And then I used what was left over, put an ink, just a clear block in it to make an interesting background. To use up the extra of it. I also want to point out on this one, since probably won't do that. Do you see the background? This is another way of making just some variegated paper. This is cherry cobbler, just stamped on cherry cobbler. So it just kind of gives you a little look. What are you looking for?
She wanted me to buy baby wipes at the store, and I got flushable wipes.
But yeah, but they work.
They
I
work?
said,
Good.
that's fine.
Just
Tim has no idea what he's buying, you know, and I just send him with lists all the time, and then whatever he comes home with.
But it does work?
But it does work.
Oh, good.
So any kind.
She wanted a small package, so I bought the
I know.
small.
So he was just thinking small. Okay. So I'm just going to use a clear block, but I could use a case, dish. You could, you know, use whatever you have. And we're going to put this right on there.
Cool.
Actually, we should each make our own. Do you want to make your own? Let's make your own.
Do I need a thing like that?
You're going to get a smaller one, or you can have the large one. Your choice.
Or I can use the table?
Yeah, right. Not a choice.
It's not.
Okay. Here, would you rather have the large one? I'll give you the large one.
Plate.
I'll give you the large one.
What my plate?
Oh, you could use your plate. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Thinking as we go here. Okay, now I just have ink refills, and you're just going to take whichever colors you want. Here I do have some green, and we're just going to drop in some little dots kind of wherever. So Debbie says she gets frustrated with the stamp covers. Oh, let me cover that in a minute. Okay, so we're just mixing these up. However, and now I know a bunch of you have done this, but it might have been a while. You know, one thing I find is I'll just forget about techniques. You know, time goes by, so then it's kind of fun to be reminded again. I'll put this one in. Okay, and they don't need to touch. They could be touching. Let me just say something about the, so with these, this part, sometimes it's hard to get them open at first. And you just have to be a little forceful, but you just pull it up and then lock it in.
But you make it look so easy.
I know. And then you just want to make sure it's all the way back, because then it'll flip right over and you'll hear it lock. I don't know if that helps, but so this is now, put a little more in here. This is now our stamp pad. Oh, I don't even know what color I've got there. Okay, and then you're going to take any leaf that you want. And let's see, here's one for you. Let me see. I'm going to take the one that was actually what we were going to do in the first place. And you're going to be the one who wings it, because that's what you love to do. And I'll do mine on...
Do I use a...
I will use this.
Okay, and
this will just keep it clean. Okay, so now you're just going to take any of the stamps, and you are going to make mine up here. You're going to ink it in there and move it around a little. It's going to blend your colors somewhat, but not totally. And I better go right over where I made a mess.
And you do it.
And you see where mine is light?
Or you just do it
you
in
can.
one place?
I kind of do it in one area because I'm mixing up those colors. And then the next time I might pick a whole different area on here. So now I'm going to go over here. And if you find there's too much blank area, then we just need to add some more. That's cool. I actually like that. If you want it more filled in, you just add more.
She's just
more
being
ink.
nice to me.
We only have a single layer here, and probably a second layer under there would probably fill it in more. So I'm going to take this one. One of the things that I think is so fun about this. Oh, see, I like yours. Now, can you see where you're getting the gap in there?
Yeah.
But I actually like it. It's very impressionistic. So it's totally up to you what you want to do with that. And I can see looking at mine. Now I've gone this far in mine and I'm thinking, okay, I need more dark color. So
Me too.
I'm going to add more dark in here.
Me too.
Because now the rest then will have a little different look to them. So you can keep changing it as you go along. This is really just like messy playtime, isn't it?
You know, and speaking of messy playtime, it reminds me of Karen being a kindergarten teacher, and I'm the student. Okay, Timmy.
Oh, Timmy, you got an A on that one. That is just really cool.
An A for awful.
Okay, now Tim, if you notice, stamped his once, and then he's going down, which is perfect. Let's look at what his does, because you see I was moving mine around. So we're going to look for two different looks here. And that's why you're getting some of the gaps. And I like that because you're going straight up and down. You aren't moving yours around as much. But I love that they're so different. Do you want to switch to a different leaf after this one? Or do you want to do yours all in one? Makes no difference to me.
I started out with a different
Oh,
one.
you started off with a different one. Oh, can I tell him I want his? That's why. 'Cause Vicky says that's cool. Now she needs to add Rinker's to her list. Yes. And there are a lot of other fun things we can do right
Yeah, I
here.
moved
There,
it all
is that
over
your
the
best
place.
one? Okay. So
Moved it all over.
which one do you like best when you look at yours?
This one.
Okay. But I think it's interesting because it kind of doesn't matter. It's kind of good to have all kinds of different looks here. So if I fill mine in, do you see how this one's a lot darker? But I really like how I have some dark ones and then some lighter ones. So if I clean that, let's see. If I go to another color, I'm not sure if I'll get another color here or not, but we'll try. I'm going to do just a little bit in the corner. Yes. And then I'm going to do one here. And how cool is that? I think these make really a fun look. So I just took that, and my background is the little, the embossing folder that we just gave away. It just kind of adds that little detail. And this is where I was going to show that stamp set with all the little words. Because you can see there I have happy birthday. Tim did the good luck. There's all kinds of little words. And if you have any of the little dies and stuff, they just fit inside.
You cut that down now? So you...
I cut mine down. We'll do something different with yours. Maybe we'll cut it down. But this was just to show the technique. And then for the very end, I don't think I have any more paper here, so we're gonna do this. Let's see. I think mine's probably a little bigger, so I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna mush it around, and I'm gonna put that in. Depending on how much ink there is here is going to determine how much there is on here. And you can see looking through, you see there's gonna be a lot of white gaps. I actually think that's gonna look very cool.
I like it.
Isn't that fun? So it's just a way to kind of use up some of your extra things at the end. And then with those, as you can see, I did 2 here off of the same one. And then I just added a leaf on top. So, oh, sunflowers would be great. The large sunflowers would be awesome for this, Nancy. That is a great idea.
Can I do one?
I love that idea. Yes.
Oops.
Yes. I'm just looking for a piece. Oh, here's some paper. Yeah. You can do your own.
Wonderful.
But again, it kind of gives a soft background. And let's do one more background as long as we're at it. See, yours is very, very light. Now I'm going to take that again. And look what I'm going to do on.
It's wet.
That's okay.
Oh.
I'm going to really mush mine up and see what that does out of curiosity, because hopefully I'm getting a whole bunch of color in this. So we'll just see, since we're all about experimenting today. We'll put this one in and we'll see what that does. So, you know, the point of crafting is just be like a kid again. And that's fun.
I like it.
So those were our cool techniques for the day. Our card challenge for the week is to use any of these techniques with any stamp. So we're going to see all tons of ideas over in the Back Porch Stampers. Or if you do Instagram, just put a hashtag Back Porch Stampers. So I'm sure to see it. And because that's where we do a drawing from each week to but yeah, because we just all love to share ideas. Oh, the dahlias in celebration. Vicki, that would be another awesome one. Okay, I am expecting to see some great ideas with this. So this is just an idea to finish the fall leaves. So thank you for this time. Be sure you're signed up for the 12 Weeks of Christmas. And I think that's it.
And today was a little more experimental than usual. Karen usually kind of runs a tight ship, and today she let me to experiment.
Oh, okay. Pat says take 2 pieces of paper, one below and one on top, and the baby wipe in between, and then rub the paper. Okay, we got to do that. Let me see. Can we keep doing that? Okay. I've got this one. I'm going to put that one on. I'm going to put this one on, and then we're going to rub it with this. Okay. So here we go. Oh, you guys can't see. I'm looking at you. Do you see what I did? I put the glass we have. I'll show you. I put that on top, and here's paper. We put that. Oh, look at this. And we have that. Oh, so see,
I like that.
More backgrounds. So how cool is this? We're just a never-ending source of playtime, you know, you guys, with our crafting supplies. So we love sharing this with you and seeing what else you come up with.
I especially like that.
That is very cool. Very fun idea, Pat. So, okay. Thanks, everyone. See you on Monday.
Goodbye.